Hello, welcome back to another random tandem video. And this video is going to be a recap of my Presto popcorn hot oil popcorn maker. Now when I did this video a couple of months ago, I had used this popcorn popper like 4 times before I was ready to chuck it in the trash because it just didn't come out right. So I kept tinkering with it and kept tinkering with it, and I remember looking at some videos where people were making popcorn and they were using coconut oil, and I purchased this big old thing of coconut oil from my local Big Lots for about 12 bucks a couple of years ago. And when I was using this before, I was using vegetable oil, and the popcorn was coming out like chewy and small. So like I said, I was about ready to throw it away. I was having a bad time trying to get butter to taste into it. It just didn't work. And so when I was using this coconut oil, I had used it all the way down to there, but I was going through like endless bags of popcorn. So I decided to try to come up with something different. And so I came across Sam's website, and I'm not getting promoted from this. I wanted to buy popcorn, but I got tired of buying each thing separately. So I came across this Mega Pop popcorn. This is an 8-ounce bag. Sam's have like 4 versions of these. They have the 4-ounce, the 6-ounce, the 8-ounce, which I got here, and the 12-ounce. Now I can't remember how many packs came in the 4-ounce, but the 6 and the 8-ounce, it has a 36 pack to it. But for some odd reason, the 8-ounce costs less than the 6-ounce, and the 24-ounce you get 24. The 12-ounce, sorry, you get 24 in the bag. So I purchased this because it is an all-in-one. It has the oil, it has the popcorn, and it has the seasoning. So I also was like, I still am missing the butter flavor. So this little freaking lid is, I still give this a -1 because the butter does not melt faster than the popcorn. By the time the popcorn is done, the butter is just now starting to melt. And I've had this, I used the butter melter like on several occasions, and I even used room temperature butter. So it still took forever for the butter to melt. So now what I have done is I usually, even though it doesn't have like a strong butter taste to it like I want, I'm going to use like maybe like a tablespoon of butter, not a lot. And I'm going to turn this on by plugging it in, because that's how you turn it on. I'm going to let that melt just a little bit. And I also have to be careful about how much, raise it up a little bit, how much butter I put in here, because if I put a lot in there, it like goes in these little ridges, and if I turn the popcorn maker on its side, for some reason the leftover oil seeps down in there, and I can't get this off to clean it in the inside. So I did not give up on my Nordic ware. It's just that my microwave plate doesn't turn anymore, and I used that bowl so much that it cracked, and I purchased another one. And right when I purchased another one, that's when I noticed the table wouldn't turn. So I didn't trust putting my table into the bowl into the microwave. So while this is hot, I'm trying to let that melt a little bit. I don't want it to pop. Oh my gosh, I used up all the popcorn in here and I didn't even realize I did that. Ugh. Okay, so even though I used up all the popcorn, I still have some oil left, and I usually use the oil. I put these packs in the refrigerator because if I don't, the oil would melt, and this oil is messy if I don't use the whole pack all at once, which I don't. I usually will get about 2 to 3 uses out of this one bag because it's just me. So I'm trying to get that where I got my wrong tripod on, so I apologize. So I'm letting that oil melt. So this is the way I was able to get it to work, because I did the vegetable oil first and it came out chewy. I did butter and the butter took forever to allow the popcorn to pop. So, and I even melted the butter on a butter melter to put it in through here on the top, but the melted butter made the popcorn shrivel. So I just was like having so much bad luck with this thing. So the instructions that they have are completely wrong. So if you see, even though this is all the popcorn that I have left in here, there's no seasoning here because I already used it. But I have like a backup plan. I don't put the seasoning in here anymore like I was doing before, because the seasoning didn't stick to the popcorn. So remember when I said I was buying bags of popcorn just to have some popcorn? Well, that's what I'm about to do. This is supposed to be gourmet popcorn, but it all tastes the same to me. Maybe my taste buds are different. But now that the oil has melted, which I have to use more than 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil, by the way. So the instructions that came with the booklet is completely wrong. So I'm going to put this on here, making sure it is all the way on there, because if it's not, I'm going to be one unhappy camper, because hot popcorn seeds popping everywhere is not pleasant. So I am going to wait for this to pop, and then I'll let you guys know what the test results are. Okay, so now this is done. I am going to get my trusty UGG gloves out, because this bad baby is hot. And as you can see, it's still popping. It's on and popping. Alright, so I'm going to put the lid on here. Going to give that a little shake to make sure all the popcorn is not caught in the turntables. Yep, dang it. I was trying to keep that from happening, but see all that? Trying to put it where there is no... Oh, I went out of frame. Sorry, y'all. There is just about all this popcorn. Because I used up all the seasoning, I have my backup. I can barely find this anymore. It's just like every store that I go to, I can't find the popcorn salt. So I'm just going to sprinkle that. I love a lot of salt, so don't have a heart attack. And besides, the majority of the salt isn't going to be on this popcorn anyway. It's going to stick to the sides of the bowl. So as you can see, I'm shaking that. There's probably a little bit of popcorn seeds. Once I get down to the bottom, I will show you guys what came out left. I can't even hardly talk. What's left? I'm going to taste that. Yeah, it is no... the butter flavor is there, but it's not as prominent. I just didn't want to put too much oil in there. I didn't want this to take too long to pop, but yeah, the popcorn is yep, crunchy. It's not chewy. It's not small like it was before. So yeah, once this is done, I will show you guys how much seeds are left over. Sorry, I just decided to show, I had to move my camera at a different angle. I'm just showing you, ooh, this bowl is still hot. See, there's, I don't know if I can get that one popcorn seed. There's another one, but there's a few more. Between all of this popcorn that I did, the majority of this popcorn, I mean like majority of it, like 95% of it popped, and the way I was using it before with 1 or 2 tablespoons of oil, it didn't pop hardly any popcorn. So the instructions that I had, I just completely disregarded. Add more oil and you get fluffier popcorn. So this is my take on the Presto popper for like maybe after I got the gist of it. Like I said, I've been popping popcorn like crazy. So this gets a 4. At first I gave it like a 2, but now it gets a 4. It would get a 5 if the butter melter worked properly, but it don't. So this is my second take on my popcorn hot oil popcorn popper, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next random tandem video.